what is the fastest way to transform my body, my physique, to build strength, muscle, burn fat, improve my cardio, all of it, to feel amazing? What is the quickest and fastest way to do that? The answer is not what you think. You know, a lot of people talk about the nutrition side, which is a key component, don't get me wrong, really matters. Or they'll talk about, you know, this exercise or that exercise or any of those things. Or, you know, you need to run HIIT training or lift weights in this style of training or go running or whatever their fucking previous thing is, or their specific, only branded, copyrighted, styled training method. There are so many of those out there. The honest answer is consistency and intensity. Quickest way to burn fat, build muscle, to build everything you've ever wanted. Consistency and fucking intensity. So I can guarantee you, if you take a shit program and you give it all out intensity, like fucking as hard as you can, as much as you've got, you leave nothing in the tank, you leave it all out there on the field, and you do that consistently, you'll be a different beast. You'll be night and day different very, very quickly. But failing that answer that I'm sure is going to make people unhappy, that because you're looking for the specific exercise, you're looking for the specifics that are going to get it done. Here are my 2 recommendations. All right, something on the specific sides. 1, weighted carries every day, every fucking day. I shit you not. Nothing will be simpler, requires no skill, requires very little equipment, very little financial outlay. It's just about effort, intensity, and consistency, as I said at the start, and will deliver fucking incredible results. It's why it's a staple in my program. It's why it's the fundamental thing. It's why I do it every single day, in one format or another, every single day. Because it just delivers. It just does. It just builds strength and endurance and fitness and all this kind of stuff. Like, this is the one I laugh at. So, like, look, it's not a serious competition, but I play basketball once a week. In a very different life, I was quite a good basketball player. You know, said every man who's ever played a sport in his entire life. But, factually true. I was quite good. But not that way anymore. I play kickabouts once a week at my local competition. Probably in nearly every situation, I am the fittest dude on the court. And a lot of the guys I play with are in their 20s, early 20s. And more often than not, I am the fittest on the court. I do 0 running. I do 0 basketball prep. I do none of that. I lift weights and I do weighted carries. And I can run all day. I can play a full 45-minute game, no problems. It builds conditioning like you wouldn't believe, that transfers into everything else. Because your body gets used to carrying bigger weights, bigger loads. So when you do it unloaded, it's like, whew, this is fucking easy. And I came up with the concept because, and no, by no stretch of the imagination am I claiming that I invented this, but I always find it funny that there are things out there that I didn't know about. But I decided that this was a great idea because, well, there's an old bodybuilding hack of when you're heading into prep, your metabolism actually slows down as you lose body fat, as you get leaner and all this kind of stuff, because the lighter you are, the lower your metabolism gets. It's just how it works. So it's the cruel irony of, as you lose body fat and weight and all this kind of stuff, your metabolism will actually slow down and it requires more effort to continue to burn. That's why people will often see an initial good result and then they plateau out. It's because their metabolism has actually slowed due to them actually being a lighter and smaller human being. Anyway, so bodybuilders use this method when they're heading into prep to try and keep their metabolism as high as possible and when they're fatigued out. So what they'll do is they'll chuck on a weight vest and just walk around the house or do everyday tasks because your body thinks it's heavier than it is, and so it works harder because, well, you're carrying more weight. So it's simple. So I was like, well, maybe that would apply if you just did it for a weighted walk. And that's where it came about. And I was telling a mate about it, and I'm like, I've been doing this for months and months and months. And he was like, oh, you mean rucking? I'm like, no, it's a weight vest. I'm like, what the fuck is rucking? And so I looked into it. And so here's all this documented proof on the effects and how amazing rucking is and all this kind of stuff. There's a white paper on it. The military has done an immense amount of research on it, all this kind of stuff. And there is lots out there on how incredible it is for you. But it is my number one recommendation because the barrier to entry is so low and the results are so high. And it is just grunt work. You don't need skill. You don't need to learn how to run. You don't need to do that kind of stuff. The chances of getting knee injuries or shin splints or ankle injuries or anything like that is incredibly low. You just fucking get out there and you walk. Yeah, you're not going for a casual stroll. We are like walking, like you are pushing the pace as hard as you can to get there. But you're just walking. And it will do incredible things. It is always my number one recommendation. If you can do nothing else, if you choose to do nothing but this, game changer. Fucking game changer. So that would be my number one recommendation. If you want to get into great shape really fast, give consistency, intensity, and effort, and do weighted walks. We discussed the other day, it's 22 and a half minutes out as fast as you can humanly go, and 22 and a half minutes back, making sure that you cover the same distance. Every day, 45 minutes. That's it. The goal is to hit at least 4.5 kilometers. Well, not at least, to hit 4.5 kilometers. That's what you should be aiming for in the 45 minutes. It's not that hard. It just requires effort and grunt work and intensity. But that's what we're chasing. That's what we're going after. So that would be my number one recommendation. My second one, which is currently blowing up on TikTok, which I find hilarious, it's funny how those things just come around in trends, is kettlebell swings. They will strip fat off you like no tomorrow. They will build posterior chain, they will build endurance, they will build strength, especially glutes. You know, Tim Ferriss was the first one to do this in the 4-Hour Body. He talks about if you were to pick one exercise, especially for glute building, and you wanted to do it, kettlebell swings. So currently it's the 100 a day challenge. Look, start there. Start heavy, or as heavy as you can do comfortably, not comfortably, that's the wrong word, do effectively with that weight to do the right motions, to do the right technique. Start at 100. Do that for a week. Next week, do 150. And the next week, do 200. And keep going till you get to 500. People are like, oh my God, 500. Surely that's overtraining, or surely that's too much volume, or blah, blah, blah. It's fucking not. It'll take you like 10 minutes as you build up into it. Or you could break it out across the day. It doesn't need to be done in one go. When I want to dial it in, I do it around my sessions. So, you know, I run multiple in-person training sessions a day. And so before a session, I'll do a quick 100 and it takes a couple of minutes. And then after a session, I'll do another quick 100, takes a couple of minutes, and I just kind of do it like that. So across the day, here's 500 or 600 kettlebell swings. It will transform you. As I said, is this the answer? Is this going to build the perfect physique? Is this going to get you in the right proportions and deal with all your muscle imbalances? Fuck no. No, if you want that, well, get into my program and I'll sort that shit out for you, and I'll give you the exact programs and I'll build it custom to you, and we can talk about that kind of stuff. But if you just want to get in again, build strength, build conditioning, burn fat, get stronger, look better. Here's a simple as fuck answer. And again, though, here's where people get caught out. It's simple as all hell. So simple. Straightforward. Starting with 100 kettlebell swings a day. That's it. Buy a kettlebell from Kmart or Big W or wherever they have kettlebells. They're not very expensive anymore. And do 100 a day. Just have it at the house. You can do 50 first thing in the morning and 50 last thing at night. Every day. That's it. And build up. Build up. But give intensity, give consistency, and give effort. That's why I talk about it. Like, you want results in anything. In anything. That's what it's required. Do that. You do that for 126 days. Why 126 days? Remember, because it takes 126 days to replace a negative habit with a positive habit. You do that for 126 days, and your body will be different. 100% guaranteed. How different? Depends on you. It's like all of it. What kind of results can I expect from your program? I don't know. Depends on you. Depends on your effort. Depends on your intensity. Depends on how much you're willing to give. How much you're willing to do. That is the answer. I cannot dictate that. I cannot control how hard you're going to go, how much you're going to put in, what effort levels you're going to do. Only you can control that. So what kind of results? Don't know. I know what other people have done. I know what I've personally done. I lost over 30 kilos doing this program. I had a guy lose 20 kilos in 6 weeks. He put mine to shame. The capacity is there. The question is, how much effort, intensity, and consistency are you going to give? That's why I said that. It's an unpopular answer. People don't like that as the answer. They want to have the responsibility taken off them. But you can't. The responsibility falls on you. It all falls down to you, whether you're willing to do it or not, how hard you're willing to go, how much effort you're willing to give. That's it. That's the answer. So those are the kinds of things I would do. When I do my kettlebell swings, I do 24 kilos. To be honest, I'd probably do heavier but at the moment, that's the heaviest kettlebell I've got. I keep looking at getting another one, but it's not a high priority on me because that gets the job done. But don't wait for perfection. Don't be like, oh, well, I need to get the right weight kettlebell. No, I'm just fucking doing it. And at some point, I'll pick up a new kettlebell. I'll probably get a 30, maybe a 40 kilo kettlebell, and I'll do it that way. But also, I've been doing this for a long time. If you start with a 4 kilo kettlebell, fucking great. But start. Give it consistency, give it intensity, and give it effort. It isn't rocket science. You're trying to overcomplicate it. Buy a weight vest, buy a rucking backpack, buy a backpack and fill it with books or water jugs or fucking whatever. Don't overcomplicate it. Just do it and give intensity, give consistency, and give effort. Like, so many people are looking for these perfect answers or the perfect moment or whatever it might be. Just fucking start. And I was really trying not to swear. But I just got angry and I got fired up because I get so frustrated with people making this too complex. And if you don't know where to start and if you don't know what to do, pay someone. Pay someone to do it for you. Map it out for you and then hold you accountable to it. You hire a coach to shrink the time frame or to make it simpler for you. That is what they are there for. So that you don't have to go out and work it out. That's why you pay someone. That's why you hire a coach. If you've got the go and the commitment to do it on your own, fan-fucking-tastic. Go ahead. I've just given you a blueprint to start. Do that. Do that for the next 126 days. Come back and talk to me. You'll be a different beast. I promise you. Do both of them together and it'll be life-changing. But it comes down to actually doing it. It comes down to actually starting it. It comes down to actually getting in and doing the fucking work. Because at the end of the day, no one can do it for you. No one can want it more than you can want it. You just have to show up and do it. And then everything else will change from there. So the question becomes, are you going to do it? The question becomes, what's it going to take for you to actually do what is required? Because I've just mapped it out for you. I've just given you the keys to the kingdom. I've just given you something that is going to burn fat, build strength, build endurance, improve your health, cardiorespiratory, all of it. Taken care of, done, sorted, simple as fuck. Do the work. Aren't happy with that? Join Demanding Greatness, and I will map it out completely for you. I will give you the exact blueprint that I have used, that I still use to this day. I will give you everything you need, and then hold you accountable to do it. But you have to start. You have to do the work, and you have to give consistency, intensity, and effort. And everything else comes from that. But this is where we begin. That's all it takes. You just have to make that first decision. And then just build from there. And just keep showing up. And just keep showing up. Consistency and intensity above everything else. That is what's required. So, if you are ready for that, if you're ready to finally get all the results, do that work. If you want me to hold you accountable and make sure you do it all, click the link in my bio. Let's get you into Demanding Greatness. And let's change your life. Start demanding greatness of yourself. And let's see who you become on the other side. And I'll talk to you soon.